got a name. We got one name from this name of a goddess in Calicut, Malabar, which is in India, called Deumuseth. It's the name of a cult, an ancient cult, and then we combined it with Seth, which is the ancient lord of desert and storm. So hence Deumuseth. So if you Google out Deumuseth, it's only information about us and nothing else. So it's a unique name just for us.
Okay, then Deumuseth is probably right now it's three of us lah. So me on drums.
I'm on guitars, do vocals, screams.
Yeah, and then we recently released an album. So this is our album. The album got 10 tracks in it. Okay. It's like a digipack lah. We did a digipack album. And then what else? How long does it take? Run? You think recording process?
This record took a long time to make actually. Yeah.
It's quite an achievement actually, you know.
Yeah, we actually went to, I mean, a lot of people don't know this, that we went to a couple of studios to make this, so you might hear some trippy sounds here and there, but it took 7-8 years
quite
to make.
Quite a journey, I would say.
Quite a journey, because we had, band members and stuff come and go, but we three, we just stuck on. So I would say it took us good 8 years-ish to completely make this.
So if you buy the album, inside here got written like, we actually went to 5 studios to record the album. So basically, mad props to Bakri Music, Studio JD Studio, Studio 21, Critical Records, and Isaac Music, Mokhtar, and also Ice Cream Studios. And this album is actually mastered in Germany by this guy called Leslie
Lambert.
Yeah, Leslie Lambert.
From LSD Studios.
Yeah. And it also mixed by one of our friends called Uzai. So thanks to these guys, these guys help out a lot. So this album sounds good though.
Yeah, mad props to Uzai though. He really engineered the whole choppy setting and stuff like that.
So now I'm gonna take you to our album walkthrough.
This is the walkthrough of our self-titled album. Anyway, not many people know this, that the first track was actually the last song we recorded. Okay, the song is called Astral. It has a very funny story to it. We were completing one song which I really can't remember right now, and then Zach just said, man, everything just sounds so heavy. Let's make something that would make it soft and then explode it later with another track. So I was just doodling around clean. I was like, okay, let's just mess with the delay effects or whatever. We got it in Zach's studio that time. So I was just playing this riff I had, and Zach stopped me. It's like, hey, could you just repeat that? Then okay, from there then it turned into Astral that you've been hearing. So it was that, and then I think Zach added some effects and stuff like that. So it's I call it the heartbeat song, and you will know why when you hear it. I call it the heartbeat song, and sometimes I can't even remember it's called Astral. I'm like, oh, what? Are we gonna start with that heartbeat song? Okay, cool.
We play live, right? Always heartbeat song.
I picked the song Astral because
Sarah picked the name Astral.
It's a very meditating sort of song. It's like it keeps you relaxed. That's the feeling that I get. Astral, like the heartbeat and stuff like that. So it's hence the name Astral. It's like a soul sort of, soul traveling
start of the journey.
Radiate is actually the second song in the album. It's actually an instrumental piece. This song's actually written when Deumuseth we have another guitarist, which is Aiman. He's actually right now he's in States. So he and Ran. So both of them in what you call involved. Came up with the song basically, and all of us just
he came up with the main riff. I just came in for the structuring and stuff like that.
I think for me, Radiate, when you hear Radiate for the first time, it's like an explosion, because it's like when we play it live, we always use this Radiate as our intro song, and maybe some people say soundcheck song lah. You know,
Yeah,
soundcheck song.
everybody just like soundcheck, soundcheck.
But for me, personally, when I listen back to Radiate, it's kind of like giving people what are they gonna expect. If you hear the album, it's got a bit of technical, it's got a bit of industrial sound. Basically sums up roughly how Deumuseth sound is for the rest of the albums. So I think this should be a good second
this should
song.
sum up what we are about.
And it's recorded on A string.
Yeah, it's recorded on A string. So is it the first song you play
With the A string?
With the A string? You compose it?
First song that we actually tried on it.
Actually, yeah, you're right. Yeah. This is actually the first song.
Yeah, so this is the first song when Ryan got his A string. So we kind of like went to town with this song.
Yeah.
So the name Radiate, Sarah want to give us. So tell people how.
Well, Radiate. Okay, this song actually makes me, it makes me float. Like it just radiates. The sound just, I don't know. For me, the sound just radiates. And I don't know, man. It's inexplainable, man.
Yeah.
Another thing that I would assume musicians would pick this up first. Not all songs are on A string. So quite a few of them were recorded on 6 strings with the drop C tuning. So this will actually tell you the history of how extended range into the band started off with. So you obviously after Radiate you would hear the song Dark Resurgence. That is basically the start of technicality in the band, which Sarah would explain.
Radiate actually featuring Pavan. He's from this band, awesome band called Infiltrate. So he's like our brother. Yeah. So they also have an album out, so you guys should check them out. So Polysemy. Alright. So okay. So Sarah, you want to tell something about
Dark Resurgence is actually the first song that we actually and was written. That song is basically about cult, no sound, people sample. That's what the song is all about. And that song, during that time, we were actually experimenting what we wanted to sound like. And the song actually has influences of metalcore, has influences of a little bit of new metal, and a little bit of blues metal. And we have obviously Pawan to feature. At first we didn't have Pawan to feature on that song, and then to make it more interesting, then we started to bring Pawan, our good friend, to feature that album. And it just, it fit in like a great piece of puzzle.
Yeah, because Sarah cannot sing.
Yeah, I have to admit. Monotonous.
But on the next album, we're gonna make him sing. Man.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it. Next album. Watch me sing.
I think for me, Dark Resurgence is the earliest how Deumuseth first sound like lah. Basically, at that time we wasn't called Deumuseth, right?
Yeah, we call ourselves the Mitten Troop.
Yeah, that was the first name Deumuseth, and we have like 5 members, right?
Yeah.
So that is basically, Dark Resurgence is basically the first song that we did. So that's why when you hear the song, when you heard Dark Resurgence, it's basically giving you like a journey, like how we will sound like at first. And some more, that one was recorded in 2007, right?
Yeah, man.
This I think song number 3, 4, 5 is all being recorded long time already. So this album is like a collective of our progress, basically. And then Dark Resurgence also basically is our first singles from Deumuseth.
Mask was actually the following song after Dark Resurgence. It was the second song that we actually wrote. During the time we still had Aima in the band. We still wrote songs with 6 strings. And Mask sounds a little bit different than Dark Resurgence. It's a little bit more heavier. It has a very death metal feel. It has a very Slipknot.
Yeah.
You know, it has a very Dimmu Borgir feel as well. You know, some of you all might catch it. You know, like it's black metal, a bit of death metal. It's actually slightly heavier. We went slightly heavier, and it also has a little bit of a new metal sound in there, and you know, like the technicalities of it started from Mask, I would say. You know, like I personally like the song very much. I really like it.
Alright, The Glitch is the 5th song in the album, basically. The Glitch is actually a filler that we did, you know. Why we thought like it should be a filler, you know, it's like, because for me, listening to the album is like a journey. So it's like, filler is like, it's like a advertisement, you know. So when you have a filler, you went out in the room to get a beer or something, and then you come back to the music, you know. But we end up making the fillers. I also enjoy playing it live, so we intended to play the filler live every time we play live also. So filler, this Glitch is actually got a bit of industrial feel to it, so that we explore more our love for industrial sound. Like one of our influence, like you know, Nine Inch Nails, all that can be heard in the Glitch album. So that's
Flying
a kite.
So I personally like the song very much. It's actually one of my favorite tracks in the album.
So from now we decided to put Glitch in our set list every time we play live.
It's a morning song for me, I would say. You know, I play it in the morning all the time.
Is it a morning song for you, so?
No.
For me,
Alright, okay.
That was so freaking cool. Anyway, the next song is 1939. That is basically our second song we wrote fully A-string. It was co-written by our very, very dear bandmate of ours, Ayman again. Mad props to him. So, fully A-string. It all started with, again, we always doodle around a lot. So it all started with this one riff, and it just expanded to everything. It's actually our second single of the self-titled album.
We had a video clip of it, right?
Yeah, we made a video.
We actually made a video clip, and we got Dan Koo from Dan Koo Productions to actually...
Famous guy now.
Record it. Actually, we were his first metal band to record a video with him, to do a video clip with him. It was fun times.
I think for me, 1959 is actually the benchmark of how we sound now. So it's all started with when we started to write 1939. So that is where we went into this progressive groove metal kind of feel to it, no?
It just started happening that way. It's like
basically, like you can, for fans of Gojira, you know, fans of Meshuggah, you know, you probably enjoy 1939 as much as we enjoy playing it live.
You're wondering what 1939 is about. It's actually about World War II. 1939 was the year World War II started. So the song is about World War II.
So it is about famine and all that.
It's basically about the whole destruction and everything, you know, World War II suffering.
So it's evil.
war song. Everybody loves a war song.
Satan is not just evil.
We have to do a war
Say
song.
at war assemble.
Yeah, we need to do a war song. You know, like it's every metal band has to do about a war song. Yeah.
So cliche thing.
Yeah, it's a cliche thing. Yeah.
Alright, okay.
Rest in peace, Jeff Hanneman. Okay. Right, track number 7 is Mellow Violence. Now this song also still falls in the same family of during our We Are Discovering Ourselves era. It was still recorded in 6 strings, but we were so influenced by the progressive bands that at that time we were listening to. The song just came out progressive-ish. That song was actually meant to be for 8 strings. But we just, you know what, at that time I didn't have my A string yet, so we're like, okay, never mind, screw it, let's just record it anyway. It still sounded damn heavy. So yeah, Mellow Violence started off to get like an 8 string feel with a riff and stuff, but it's all 6 strings.
I remember you guys got this Framus amp, right? It was
Yeah.
cool to record this album.
I remember that.
That was in Theatrical Studios when it was still. Is it still there? I'm not sure whether it's
Good
still
old
there.
times, man, yeah.
But yeah, we actually got a Framus amp for this. This is quite a struggle to record this song.
Alright, so and then Mellow Violence also featured our dear friends Pavan, because he
came in again for-
because we kind of like one is because he's our friend, our brothers, and then also he got a good range of vocal tone, you see? So kind of like, since Sarah cannot sing, so,
And I couldn't figure out the worst part.
Yeah, he can't figure out the verse part.
I was
We
struggling.
went like how many times, you know,
Pawan
thinking-
saved me.
Yeah, so I was like, hey, let's get Pavan in and say, brother, come and knock the shit out, man.
It didn't even take him an hour to figure out. He was like, just came in, heard the song, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Okay, let's record.
Brother, knock it like a cold one.
Home run. Home run.
Narasimha. I would say Narasimha is actually the heaviest song in the album. It's very dark. It's very death metalish. It's very Vedic metalish. Black metalish. It's on this Hindu god by the name Narasimha, because he portrays, like he tears this evil king apart,
It's a sick man.
Yeah. No, I'm not sick. It's not. So it's actually a very positive song. It's not dark. It's about the whole, about Narasimha.
Yeah, we make black metal sounds.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. If you hear that song, the song was written by
Ayman as well, on
Ayman
6 strings as well.
6 string. It was weird because I wanted to write a song by the name about Narasimha, and at the same time, Ayman wrote these riffs that sounded very Indian, very ancient, very Vedic metalish. So it just went like this fit in like a puzzle. It's amazing. So yeah, that's the heaviest song in the album, and the darkest, I would say.
Right,
Darkest song in the album.
for me, I think Narasimha is one of the evil and one of the fastest songs that we ever did.
Yeah, it's a difficult
And
song, man. It's
I
the most
always
difficult
refuse to
song
play
ever.
it live because it's like if we play Narasimha live, it will be like the next song will be like our energy will be dropped, because it's like one of the craziest songs that we come up, and by surprise, all of us can come up with that kind of song, and I think Sarah did a very good job in Narasimha. So if you listen to Narasimha, it's probably one of my best vocal performance in this Deumuseth album. It's like you can get like crazy, it's like you can get the same feeling when you listen to Behemoth and all that. So you got that in Narasimha.
Right, the 9th song in the album would be The Human Animal. Okay, now this song started off with actually Ayman and Zach jamming out, and then they brought it to the studio and showed it to me. I'm like, man, this has a really nice groove to it. So, but it was only half complete. So then that's how we do it. We just like, okay, one guy throw a riff on, and the other guy would just add it, and next thing you know, it's a complete song. So yeah, that is another song, was an 8-string song. Yeah, and it started off with this really catchy groove, and it turned out to be so progressive towards the end.
I enjoy it. Actually, I like Human Animal also because it shows our
Maturity as
maturity
musicians.
as a musician. So and Human Animal also set up a benchmark for us. So every time we need a song, so from now on, Human Animal is our benchmark. So we always have to achieve, because it have the odd time feel to it. It have the complexity as Meshuggah have. It have the raw power of black metal, Behemoth feel. Basically, it's kind of like whatever you can hear in Human Animals. Basically, all our influence, all the songs that we're listening to when we are small, and until now, we translate it a lot better in Human Animal, basically.
Yeah, in a way, this will really confuse people in classifying us.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah, that's right.
But
Yeah.
you would still come down to the progressive ilk.
Yeah. Basically, I played Human Animal to a few of my musician friends. So they say that this track is that another track that sometimes you listen to to learn new stuff. So it's kind of like a track that when you listen to Meshuggah, you kind of like wanted to learn new stuff. So for me, Human Animal really push our ability much, in songwriting. So kind of like I'm really proud of it, basically.
Yeah, that
so
song.
What Human Animal means?
Human Animal is about believing in yourself. I mean, like, you don't believe what people say. You don't believe what culture says. You have to believe in yourself. Like the song is actually another positive song. It's about believing in yourself. Human Animal was also a difficult song for me to figure out the vocals, because when they recorded the instruments and everything, it was so cool as an instrumental track, and when I wanted to come in vocals, I was so afraid that I might just ruin the song, like, because it was so groovy and it was so nice, it was so sweet. And like, I had a really hard time with the vocals, like, thanks to Zach. I mean, like, he's always my vocal guru. I mean, like, he helped me out a lot, like.
Yeah, he can bitch about me a lot.
Yeah, by the end of the day, I mean, like,
he looks sweet, but
he brings
the
the greatness out of me. I mean, like, the best out of me. Like, yeah.
Yeah, and then
So,
in Human Animal also we experiment a lot of vocal style lah. Basically, we are in Human Animal. If you hear the vocal we don't use an expensive studio mic. For Human Animal, we basically use like a Sara live mic that he always use for live. The idea is to get a texture that you get when you listen to it live. It sounds more raw. So that Human Animal, we experiment from guitars, drums into vocals, for everything like riffing and all that. So basically, it's a good track, right?
The Last Room is actually a very groovy song, I would say. Like, groovy song, a little bit old school, has a very brutal depth feel to it.
Brutal depth.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would say, like, so yeah, and very catchy riffs, a lot of good parts in that song. Very, some parts sound very nu metal. It's another song that was done in 8-string.
What does it mean? What does the Last Room mean?
Yeah.
Alright, The Last Room, okay, basically, I'll cut it short, alright. The Last Room, I was watching this documentary on TV, and there was this guy that works in the jail, in the Pudu jail for many years, and there's this one part where he says that this in Malay is called the bilik terakhir. That means the room where the execution is being done, like, So it's I thought, that's a cool name for a song, The Last Room. But it's actually, the song is about the person having all sorts of mixed thoughts in his mind before he's being executed. I mean, that song is a bit dark, but so all the things, all the dark things, all the past that he has, all just come jumbled at that point of the time when he's being called to the execution.
Right,
so that's The Last Room about.
What I remember about Last Room is this is a song that we recorded in JD Studio. So in this song, we basically as continuity for Human Animal. So you got all these technical parts in it as well, and it's kind of like during at that time, Run get an 8-string as well. So we kind of like we in the 8-string kind of mode writing songs. So basically, and Last Room is actually, as per its name, is the last song in our album, basically. And then after that, we kind of like went to town also with the song when we recorded like the guitar parts being done, some of it done in JD Studio, some of it done in Ice Cream Studios. We kind of like experiment a bit of riffing, and then you might have this kind of riff farming.
Yeah, it's like riff farming. Like Lamb of God does this a lot. It's like one riff on top of another riff, but they sound in very unity and serial. So yeah, we really did went to town with this last song because it was like we didn't meant it to be the last song, but ironically we were taking our time with this for some reason. But towards the end, because we needed everything to sound on time, on the spot, everything nice and shiny. So yeah, this song in particular, I'm pretty proud of it.
I think I remember for last room, we actually have to program the click into two tempos. So basically, you have the first starting one is a different tempo. When the verse started until the last part is different tempo. So I kind of like have the tempo mapping is like kind of crazy, but we managed to nail it. So and then the last room also, if you actually this album, if you forward it until the end,
can't give it a hidden track. Can't give too much of it. You gotta buy it to listen. I'm not gonna tell you.
Some people might get what it is, but you know, like some people might not.
We just like to keep the old school. You know how old bands have hidden tracks within a track.
Yeah. See what it is.
This has a hidden track-ish.
So
I'm not gonna tell you what it is though.
So you have to
Buy the album and check it out.
Yeah, man. Alright.
Hey guys, we're Deumuseth from KL.
Yeah.
And we just released our self-titled debut album
Check it
called
out,
Deumuseth. Alright, so obviously you can get the physical copies. Though for digital downloads, it's available on iTunes, Deezer, Spotify,
And all major online stores.
and all major online stores.
Right, or you guys can check us out on Instagram. You can just you go to Instagram,
Crazy
add us
pictures.
on Deumuseth band.
And you can follow us on Twitter. You can search out Deumuseth band on Twitter as well. Also, you could go to our Facebook to get our regular updates on our gigs and stuff like that. Facebook is Deumuseth band as well.
Alright, and please come for our shows, man, because we
Support your local scene.
support the local scene and we really play our music to the best that we can, basically, right? So if you want to book us for shows, we are open for booking, you know. And Sarah will like promise you he won't stand on your amps.
Yeah, he won't stand on his amps. He
And I
won't
won't
jump at
crowd
anybody
He
in the
won't jump
crowd.
on anybody.
He won't kick
Yeah,
himself on stage.
we will play simple songs. Basically, we don't mess up your mind too much about hard riffing, so you can just bang 4/4
Pop,
on it.
yeah. Think pop, yeah.
Alright, cheers.
Alright, peace out.
Hey, ciao.